Hi, this is Polly from thefitmumformula.com, and today I'm going to be talking about and discussing what's the best weight loss diet plan, because let's face it, there's hundreds out there. So I get a lot of people coming to me saying, well, I've tried this and I've tried that and I'm just completely confused as to what the best thing is and what's the healthiest. And the truth is that the best diet plan is the one that works for you. I know that's a completely oversimplistic answer, but what people fail to do and understand when they hear that is they think, right, now what I've got to do is figure out which of these diet plans is right for me. Is Paleo right for me? Is Slimming World right for me? Is a vegan diet right for me? And actually that's the wrong approach. That's not what I mean when I say what's right for you. What I mean when I say the right diet for you is the one that includes all the elements of these diets that are perfect for you, and essentially we're creating the you diet. And honestly, as a nutrition professional, I would be wrong in prioritizing any one single diet, because not everybody is the same. So if I was to say, well, I have a preference for the paleo diet, for some people that's not going to work, and so that's not a very objective view. And so, for example, in the vegan diet, I love how it includes a lot of pulses and legumes, because they have something called resistant starch in them, which feed the good bacteria in your gut. It's a type of fibre that's really filling, and so that can help you lose weight because it fills you up, and that's why beans and legumes are really filling. I love how vegetarians eat lots of eggs. Eggs really are nature's superfood. They are fantastic, and vegetarians do tend to rely a lot on eggs, which is great because they're a great source of non-meat protein. I love how paleo and clean eating rule out all processed foods, all manufactured junk foods. It's all natural whole foods that come from the earth, and even clean eating that tends to include things like dairy, which paleo doesn't. It tends to be more purer, unsweetened, natural forms of dairy that don't have things like added sugars and additives in them as well. I love how Atkins finally said, actually, fat is okay, even saturated fat. Funnily enough, it's not going to kill us, it's not going to give us heart disease after all. And Atkins really pioneered that, and it took a while for people, and especially the science, to catch up and realise actually saturated fat isn't that bad for us after all. So I love that about Atkins. I love how the Mediterranean diet includes loads of fresh fish and unsaturated fats, monounsaturated fats from things like olives and olive oil, and plenty of fresh vegetables and salads and fruits. I like how the raw food diet includes tons of fruit and vegetables, because there's not many other foods that you can eat raw, and raw includes things that can be slightly dehydrated and heated up to a certain temperature, but essentially most raw food diets include an incredible amount of fruit and vegetables, which of course are very nutritious. I like how the Dukan diet encourages a lot of fibre, like oat bran and other bran, because the bran in grains is the fibre part. Most people aren't getting enough fibre in their diets. It helps keep you full, it helps keep your digestive system happy, and help things run smoothly. It's good for your heart and cholesterol levels as well. So including more fibre in your diet with things like oat bran that the Dukan diet encourages is great. And you know what? I even like certain aspects of Slimming World and Weight Watchers. Not so much the nutritional part, but with their marketing, they really encourage people and inspire them that they can make a change, they can achieve weight loss, and even if it doesn't end up being the system that works for them, and I do find a lot of people will try Weight Watchers or Slimming World and then it doesn't work for them, and then they come to me and other professionals seeking other answers. But sometimes taking that first step is the hardest thing. So if these companies can actually give people the motivation, inspire them that they can make a change and there are options, that is the first step to making these positive changes, and so that can only be a good thing. So what can you do, and what does this all mean for you? Well, what you've got to do is assess all of the great factors of all the different diets out there, and take those elements and create a system that works for you. Now, it might be that you do have a preference, such as you are a vegetarian or a vegan, and you don't eat certain foods, or maybe you have certain allergies or intolerances to other foods. But essentially, that you don't have to follow one particular path. You don't have to pigeon yourself into one box. You can take the best bits of all the diets and make them work for you. Take the fact that there's lots of vegetables, whole foods, minimally processed, really nutritious foods, enough protein, enough fibre. And if you take all of those elements and make sure you're eating in a calorie deficit, that is, you're eating fewer calories than you're burning, you will lose weight. And if you're eating all these healthy foods, you'll be losing weight but staying healthy at the same time. So what is the best diet? It is the you diet. If you need some more help trying to figure out what that is for you, if it does sound a little bit overwhelming, please do get in touch, Polly@thefitmumformula.com. I'm only too happy to help. Sometimes it's a case of me asking you a few questions, and then depending on your answers, I can point you in the right direction, or at least give you a template to start with that we can always tweak later down the line. All right, I hope that was helpful. That's Polly from thefitmumformula.com.